Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, by ahchyam, Yahushua. Double honors to the elders, shalom to the ahchyam, pushing the truth in the four corners. The truth is sincerity. Shalom to the Akwaf out there listening, learning, being true doors of Zion. Shalom. So, I just wanted to make this video and Lord willing to comfort the ahchyam out there, right? Coming in these heavy times, where brothers, certain brothers are going to be put to death, right? Certain brothers are going to be martyrs for the Lord, right? Certain brothers are going to give up their life for the Most High, right? And be rewarded for it, right? And this is for those brothers who, may be fighting and battling fear, right, of the unknown. Not unknown, because we understand that, the scriptures, it says that death is sleep, right? Let me get that in 1 Kings real quick. 1 Kings 2, I'm going to start at 1 and I'm going to jump down to 10. 1 Kings 2 and 1, it says, Now the days of David drew nigh that he should die, and he charged Solomon his son, saying, I go the way of the earth, be thou strong therefore, and show thyself a man, and keep the charge of the Lord Yahweh thy power, to walk in his ways, to keep his statutes and his commandments, and his judgments and his testimonies, as it is written in the law of Moses, that thou mayest prosper in all that thou doest, and whithersoever thou turnest thyself. Right now I'm going to jump down to verse 10, because it said, the first verse says, drew nigh that David should die, right? Verse 10, it says, So David slept with his fathers and was buried in the city of David, right? So slept, meaning he went to the spirit realm, right? There's one in John 2. I'm going to get this in John real quick. Book of John, chapter 11, verse 11, it says, These things said he, and after that saith unto them, Our friend Lazarus sleepeth, but I go that I may awake him out of sleep. Now we all know Yahushua raised Lazarus from the dead, right? So Yahushua said, Our friend Lazarus sleepeth, right? Meaning he was in the spirit realm, right? So, I want to give a testimony. I ain't really tell a lot of people. It's two testimonies from the same experience, right? So I came into truth 2018, and I was with, the branches, of course. I said there's the other videos. But, I was struggling with the smoking. I was struggling with smoking Black and Miles. And, I would stop. I stopped when I first came to the truth. Then, being around family, old family, but end up start smoking again. Then, like I say, the spirits bring 7 other stronger spirits than itself, right? So it got worse. Then I would stop, and it would just keep going like that, right? To the Most High had to sit me down, right? Like, literally, Most High, he had me get shot 8 times one night walking home from work, right? And I live in Baltimore City, too, so I was coming home from work. Dude tried to rob me, and things escalated. I ended up getting shot 8 times, paralyzed from the waist down, right? Instantly, right? Instantly paralyzed from the waist as soon as I got shot. So it was like that moment when I was laying on the ground, I asked the Lord, like why did this happen to me? And in my mind, he told me it was because of smoking, right? And then it felt like for a split second, Like I didn't have any energy left. You feel me? And I just went out. Right? And it felt like sleep. Like literally it felt like sleep. But out of nowhere, it was like a spirit of energy, a spirit of energy just burst into me. And I got up, and I even got up, like just lifting my upper body, using my upper body strength, lifted myself up. Right? But I will say, like, those moments that I was laid out, it was like the most peaceful moments that I ever felt, like honestly, right? So brothers, when it comes to, facing, you could be had a guillotine at your head, you could be looking up at the guillotine, looking up at the knife, or they might do the fear tactic and send other, wicked niggas and chop their head off in front of you, right? Just to scare you, to tempt you to, give in at that moment, right? But do not give in. Do not give in to this fucking devil, right? Because greater is he that is in us than he that is in the world, right? Greater is he that is in us than he that is in the world. It's the book of 1 John chapter 4, verse 4. It says, "Ye are of God, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world." So the power that is in us is greater than he that is in the world, right? Greater is he that is in us than he that is in the world, right? Slide. And also, right, like I said, this just another slide. This is nothing but Satan. Get thee behind me, Satan. Another, experience I had when I was, when that whole situation happened. Like I said, I was paralyzed from the waist down. I couldn't walk. I got shot in the spine. Some of my internal, I got hit like eternally too. Like some things was messed up. I had the bullet still in my chest, right? And it was a time where I really doubted that I would even make it for real. But the Most High stopped that. But I still remember this day. I was on my bed in the hospital, and I was just sitting there, and I was just like talking to the Lord. You feel me? I said, I don't know how I'm gonna get out of this, but I know you're gonna guide me through it. And like when I say I felt like it was like a magnetic power, like going through my legs, like both of my legs. It was like a magnetic power. Like if you watch Dragon Ball Z, you would know what I'm talking about when they power up and you see like that magnetic power around them. It just got real hot, and it was like I took it as like the Lord showing me a glimpse of His power, because from that day forward, I knew I was gonna walk again. Right, even though it didn't look good, right, in the moment, because it didn't look good in the moment, right. It didn't look like I was going to, walk again and survive and be able to, wash myself and, wipe my own tail and, just do basic things. It ain't like I was going to do that. But the Most High, He showed me that I was going to be all right before I was. And like I said, that power was magnetic, which made me think about, Dragon Ball Z when I felt it. Cause it felt like some shit like like if you watch Goku or Gohan power up and you see, like, say you watch Gohan going Super Saiyan 2, right, against Cell. If you watch Dragon Ball Z, and you see them little magnetic little jolts of power just all around them. That's what I felt, man. And through the spirit, I believe the Most High was showing me a glimpse of His power, just a glimpse of it, right? Just to reassure me that I was gonna be good. And I never really told. I think I told one person this. It's like when I got out the hospital, and that was the brother that I camped with. But I never told nobody because I felt like this was something that the Lord wanted me to see. He wanted me to see, and He was waiting. He was holding it. He wanted me to hold it for a certain time. Right? And the time is now, man. Do not fear death, brothers. Do not fear death. There's nothing about death that you need to fear. Right? The Most High is in control of all of it. The Most High is in control of the right hand and the left hand. He formed the light and create darkness. He make peace and He create evil. Right? So the Most High is in control of Satan. He's in control of these Edomites. Right? He's in control of these Edomites. Right? Even though, He might have them, chop your head off, or just kill you for real. Right? But that's because precious in the sight of the Lord is the blood of His saints. Right? So don't forget that, ahchyam. Don't forget that. Right? And, I just wanted to get that quick testimony real quick. And Lord willing, it gives some of the ahchyam some type of peace or comfort, in these times. Right? So with that, we give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. Double honors to the elders, shalom on to the ahchyam. Pushing the truth in the four corners and truth sincerity. Shalom on to the Akwaf out there, listen, learn, being true to Zion. Shalom on.